Good news for many elderly expats here in Thailand. Following yesterday's news here on Fabulous 103 about requirement changes for retirement visas here and attacks on social media by a so-called expert on visas, amazingly a wannabe teacher in the north without a work permit, it's now been confirmed that the Fabulous 103 report yesterday was correct. A new police order clarifies that in addition to needing 800,000 baht in the bank for 60 days, before issuance of a retirement extension of stay, once issued, that money must remain in the bank for a further 3 months before being drawn down, and at least 400,000 baht must remain in there afterwards. But here is the good news for older expats in Thailand. Many of those over 60 still qualify for a much lower rate of funding, just 200,000 baht in the bank or a 20,000 baht a month income. For those who qualify, being here for 2 decades, life goes on pretty much as it was. The plan sees retirees needing to effectively show that they have real money in the bank for a year, and the alternative is to show a 65,000 baht monthly income. Retirement visas are available to those over 50 years of age, and of course require genuine proof of income to support life here. The country's immigration chief has made it clear that he's clamping down on so-called visa agents who've been working illegally to obtain visas for clients, and a list of names of those visa agents has been compiled for review at a later date. Thailand's Electricity Authority is getting into bed with K-Bank for good reason, as they plan to jointly offer a rooftop solar panel unit system with finance available, generating power for homes from the sun and perhaps being able to sell back any excess to the grid. The goal is 1.5 million units in 5 years, and the offer starts in April. The Tourism Authority of Thailand predicts that Indian visitors will soon rank second only to Chinese in the visitor count. 1.6 million tourists are expected from there this year, and the spend, they say, is good, which will please hotels and businesses. An Australian who returned to her home country after being held by immigration, she had 111 days overstay and was trying to use a second passport, has been bleating to the willing Australian media, complaining about her accommodation. Admitting that she had paid a fine for overstay before, so knew the rules, it seems that she didn't like the cramped space and lack of toiletries at the Immigration Detention Center. A reminder perhaps that not being on an overstay is a pretty good idea. 12 days in Choki saw her lying to her friends in Australia in an attempt to get them to send her money for fines and a ticket home. She also claimed that her embassy told her that she was doing nothing wrong, and that's highly unlikely, as embassies here work closely with authorities and know the score. Meanwhile at home and in Pattaya, as once again we wake up to a foggy morning, the good news is that wind, combined with cool air from the ocean, has seen contamination levels still very low here. At 7 o'clock this morning, visibility was already a good 5 to 7 kilometres. City Hall, though, has implemented a series of systems to monitor air quality, as the capital Bangkok still bastes in a deep smog that's causing problems. And with the Met Office promising highs today of 32, dropping down to 22, and an overcast day, that is the local and national news from Fabulous 103 FM, keeping you in touch with Thailand and of course Pattaya, the city of fun.